From farm to plate, it is really important to understand where your food comes from and the impacts that it has on the environment. As cooks, we can all do our bit to help the environment by choosing more sustainable sources of protein. So today, I'm going to be making a Thai kangaroo salad with sweet potato crackers. It's one of those simple and delicious meals that you can whip up in no time. So let's get started. In a food processor, I'm just gonna be adding some chili, some cafe lime, some shallots and garlic. I'm also gonna be adding a couple of lemongrass. I'm just gonna chop up about a couple of inches from the bottom. Pop that in. Now we're just gonna start that. Pop that on. Get that going for a little bit. And then pause. I'm gonna be adding some fish sauce. So maybe a tablespoon, just to get that going. And here I've got some rice malt syrup, and that sort of gives it that little bit of sweetness and it marinates the meat really beautifully. Now I'm just gonna add in a touch of vegetable oil, and then we're just gonna give that a good whiz. Okay, that looks about right, and that's the consistency that I want. Take this out. And then into a mixing bowl, just gonna add in the marinade. So nice chunky bits, that's fine. So to the marinade, I'm gonna add in my kangaroo fillets. Now these are beautiful, they're really sustainable, they're rich in omega-3, and it's very low in fat and high in iron. So all the good things for you. So give that a good mix. Now you're just gonna cover it with some cling wrap. That looks perfect. Now the marinated kangaroo just has to go into the fridge for a minimum of 3 hours, or better still, overnight. To reduce your own carbon footprint, try replacing a beef meal with a kangaroo meal once a week. That one small change is great for the environment and better for your health. Awesome, so the kangaroo is looking good. It's done its job, it's soaked in all that marinade, and it'll be super delicious. Now I'm gonna pop this to one side because we're going to make the sweet potato crackers. So in a large bowl, I'm going to add in the sweet potato flour. Now, it's a really good gluten-free alternative, and it's also rich in probiotics. I'm gonna add some hot water to that. So using a spatula, mix that through. Now you can see that it's quite tacky, but keep mixing that through until it combines fully. And that's what the hot water does. It helps bind the flour together. Now I'm just gonna add in some milk, about a couple of tablespoons of milk. So at this stage, it's gonna be quite wet, but I'm gonna add in other ingredients. Now I'm gonna add in some rice flour, and this will sort of give it that sort of crisp and crunchy texture. Some baking powder, and also some butter. Pop the lid on, and then we're just gonna pulse it until it comes to a dough. Perfect, that looks about right. Just pop the lid off. Now, in between two baking papers, grab a rolling pin. Don't have to be too fussy with this. Take the paper off on the top, and then I'm just gonna sprinkle in some cayenne pepper all over the top. And this is optional. You can use any herbs that you like. It's just a little bit of extra flavor. I'm gonna add in some sesame seeds, sort of a little crunch and jazz it up a little bit. Now this just goes into an oven at 180 degrees for about 12 to 15 minutes. Hey Krista, how are you?
I'm great, how are you?
I'm very good. I'm actually making some crackers today using your gorgeous sweet potato flour. How did that come about?
Oh, that's so exciting. It all began probably 10 years ago when we first started out making green banana flour. It was a great way of taking all this beautiful food that had been produced, and rather than it being thrown away, actually using it to make something in the form of gluten-free flours. And it wasn't long until we heard that sweet potato farmers, they actually had a lot of excess produce that didn't have a purpose other than to be thrown away.
Yeah.
We built a business based on buying all that excess produce and turning it into these miracle powders. And I'm so excited that you've been able to make some crackers with that sweet potato powder today.
Well, that's amazing, Krista. I'm really big on sustainability. What's your take on that?
Well, at Natural Evolution, we've designed that entire business to be all about sustainability because it goes from creating jobs in that local regional space and making use of that entire food crop that's grown rather than throwing it away. And it just has so many positive, quantifiable results. It's just hard not to be passionate and get up every day and love what we do.
Well, Krista, that's so much good information and I love what you're doing. So keep up the good work. I gotta get cracking, so I'll chat to you later. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Look at how good they look. Beautiful, crisp, nice and golden. I'm just gonna give that a good crack and give it a taste. Amazing. Now I'm gonna set this aside because we need to get the kangaroo fillets cooking. Put this on. So I'm just gonna give it a quick turn. And then we're gonna put the kangaroo fillet in. So that's just gonna cook for 3 minutes on both sides. We'll flip it over halfway. Now, whilst the kangaroo's going, I'm gonna make a quick salad to go with it. So, carrot, cucumber, bean sprouts, mung bean noodles, some Asian herbs here. Now, I think the kangaroo should be almost there. I'm gonna give it a check. To me, that piece feels right. I'm just gonna put it onto a plate and then let it rest for a little bit. Put that there. Now I'm gonna make a really quick dressing for this salad. So a couple of limes, squeeze that in, about a tablespoon of fish sauce, some rice malt syrup in this. So add that in. Okay, I'm just gonna add it into my salad and we're almost ready to go. Take this piece out. I'll switch the heat off. Now the kangaroo fillet has been resting for about 3 minutes, so I'm going to slice it through. Now it's really important to let your meat rest so all the juices seal in. Now just thinly slice it, and it's perfectly cooked. It's medium rare, still juicy and tender on the inside. That's what you want. You don't want overcooked kangaroo. Delicious. That looks so good. So right into the middle. Let's get all that gorgeous salad into the middle of a platter. Then I'm gonna add my fillets right onto the top, just like that. And then lastly, I'm just gonna add some peanuts, chopped peanuts, and some crispy fried shallots. Now I just need to top it with my gorgeous sweet potato crackers. Obviously I've cooked it in one sheet, so just break it up into pieces. You can have it big, or I think with this one, I'm just gonna go all over the top. You can hear that crunch, makes it taste and sound so good. And there it is, my Aussie twist on a Thai classic. I'm calling this one a Thai kangaroo salad with sweet potato crackers. And best of all, it's fully sustainable. Amazing.